Welcome back. The pandemic changed the way that we educate our children in schools, as well as how students learn. Almost overnight, Kern County schools had to completely shift their curriculum to being completely online.
Around this time last year, students had just gotten the news that they would not be returning to the classroom and would have to be doing distance learning. Now, no one could have imagined that this would have lasted an entire year.
Last spring was quite frankly very, very bumpy.
On March 15th of 2020, Kern County Public Schools announced that they would be temporarily closing their schools. It was recommended that within 3 days, all schools would switch to remote learning.
Well, the first initial reaction, I remember calling the student body out going, okay, guys, we have to shut down for 2 weeks. I'll see you back in 2 weeks. And now looking back, I would have handled that so much differently.
On March 25th, just days after the original announcement, school was then closed for the rest of the school year.
The public education system as we knew it had to be basically reimagined overnight.
Teachers and students adapted quickly, educating and studying in their own homes through Zoom. Challenges continued for students outside of the classroom as well, since school provided some of them with basic needs.
In Kern County, where there's a huge population of working families, they rely on their schools to provide a safe place for their children to be during the day. Not to mention that many of our students in Kern County receive three meals a day from their schools.
Being taught online was a major adjustment for students throughout Kern County, which came as a struggle for some.
It started off really rough because I remember thinking, I just have no motivation for this. I was so done.
While other students felt differently.
For me personally, it was much easier because even though I learn just as well with the teacher, I also learn just as well when I'm by myself. And I know it's not the same for a lot of kids in school.
For the majority of public schools in the county, distance learning continued throughout the year, which led to some students transferring to schools where in-person learning was taking place. Enrollment increased for private schools like Garces Memorial, but enrollment for kindergarten took a slight dip in some school districts.
This is probably simply due to the fact that kindergarten is not mandatory, so many parents may have elected to have their kindergarten-age students sit this year out because of all this uncertainty with distance learning.
When it came to student performance, KHSD released data in February of 2021 showing that there was a 14% increase in students who received D's and F's in the fall of 2020 as compared to the fall of 2019.
It's been incredibly disruptive to have had our school buildings closed in many cases for a year now.
But while school has been challenging for students, teachers, and staff, officials are proud of how much everyone has overcome.
And we're in, frankly, a much better spot today than we were a year ago. And I think this is largely due to the grit and determination of so many people in Kern County's public education system, from the teachers to the support staff to administrators and everybody involved.
As of right now, teachers are now starting to get the COVID-19 vaccine in hopes that someday soon, students will be able to return to the classroom. In Bakersfield, Bain Ferroni, 23 ABC, connecting you.